Husqvarna's got quite a good heritage. They were one of the first manufacturers to make a motocross bike. So most people would be taking their road bikes and adapting it and changing it to ride on a circuit, whereas Husqvarna actually developed one. KTM have been progressing and they've been on an upward climb for a number of years now, really, and that's just because they can change their models so fast. There's always a lot of argument or a debate whether it's just a different colour. I'd say that there's enough differences now. Them differences are probably a little bit closer this year because they just had a full new model change, especially in the two-strokes, and there's only been one major model change there, which is obviously suspension, front forks. So either 4CS or air. And obviously the subframe as well, slightly different. Engine specs pretty much the same, pipes the same, everything else is the same. Previously the Husqvarna had a different spindle size, they don't seem to have now, you know, so across the board it's more like for like. Yeah, the bodywork changes, it's apparent as soon as you sit on the bike. When you sit on the bike, the KTM sits a little bit higher than the Husqvarna. So the Husqvarna it's like 5mm lower, but you can feel it. Husqvarna, they run 4CS front forks, and KTM, they run the air. So they've just started running air forks this year, which I personally like. For me, I'd say if you know what you're doing and you know what pressures you'd like, I like the benefits of air. But then I carry a pump. I've used air forks since they first hit the market, so I'm well aware that I have to run regular checks. You know, I don't leave it. If I do feel something that is strange out on track, I come back, I check my forks. You know, the general customer probably doesn't do that. So then I would probably advise him not to be for the air forks, because if they don't check them and they don't have the pump, they still haven't got the full understanding of the checklist that they have to carry out before they ride. But if they leave it and then just go out and ride, then obviously the suspension performance is going to be totally different to how it was when they first bought the bike. If you eliminate that from them, which the 4CS does, then the 4CS is a good fork in itself.